Hello and welcome to All I Do Is Fail. I am your host, Tom Elwes. I'm joined today, as ever, by this guy, Ali Woods.
This guy. Thank you. Thank you. How am I getting demoted?
Yeah.
Okay, first off the bat, let's address it. Tom, you got no sleep last night. Who was she?
Or he.
Or he.
Or they. Or Zimzima. Who got the keys to my bimmer?
Yeah. Yeah.
And sometimes you have to ask, who does have the keys to my bimmer, guys?
I would argue the person in question is the exact reason I don't have a bimmer, okay? Because in a different world, I don't have this person in my life, and I'm rolling around in a rolly.
Yeah, but here I am.
In this podcast studio, living the dream. So yes, ladies and gentlemen, I have not been, I've never been a huge fan of sleep since having a child, but last night was a real special occasion for me.
What happened then?
He just decided he didn't want to sleep.
So was he crying the whole time?
Yeah.
Jesus Christ.
Yeah, my girlfriend was like, she wasn't feeling so good, so I was like, all right, okay, well, I'll sort this out.
Classic.
Yeah. So that's good. Anyway, it's all good. Don't worry. I'm not stressed. I'm fine. We're having fun.
Did
it's
you
all
cry
good.
with the child?
Did I cry with the child? I was crying before he was crying. So
Yeah.
it's actually sort of cry cycle. I've mainly been crying this week just looking at the economy. That's what's really done me over. I've got some issues with the economy this week.
Doesn't care about his kid.
Yeah.
Do you know what makes me upset? Not the fact that my newborn child was upset all night crying.
Yeah.
No, it was what Kwasi has done to the fucking pan.
Clown. He's a fucking clown. There are a bunch of clowns, and it's really pissed me off this week because literally we're in the... we always thought we would podcast to the end of days, okay?
They come in.
But now, more than ever, I think it's coming.
The pound has never been wicked, guys, and it's never been a better time to donate to our Patreon because of that. Patreon.com/ADIVPod. You can get an extra episode every week. Thank you to all our Patreon subscribers. We love you.
Do you remember when you used to go on holiday to Spain and you'd be like, I'm balling, you know? You'd just be like, oh, it's dinner, £7. Not anymore, mate. It's like 15. You're eating in Lidl. If you're going on holiday, in the next 6 months, you're fucked. I remember going to America, Levi's half price. Not anymore.
Yeah.
Mate, you're fucked. It's so... And they really fucked it. And they won't turn around. They won't back up. They won't say, hey guys, we made a mistake.
Yeah?
What
are they doing? What are they doing instead?
What are they doing instead? Well, they're doing El Clasico. They're saying we cut the tax for the rich people, raise everyone's lifeboat. Yeah. Everyone's lifeboat goes up. Yeah, unfortunately, the billionaires are in yachts, and we're not even in lifeboats. We're clinging on to whatever fucking Jack was on the Titanic. We're clinging on to a plank.
This is what Tom's shouting at his baby.
Yeah.
At 5 in the morning. Ah! Yeah. You think you're upset, mate? You think you're fucking upset? I'm Jack. Rose is fucking asleep, ill, right? Fucking Jack on a plank.
She needs to go to hospital today, whatever.
About to freeze to death because of these idiots, you know? And it all starts with a recession.
Yeah. It's a wild time out there, guys.
What do we do? What's your advice? So the Economist, our economic reporter, Father Tom.
In the field with upwards of...
Elwes, go over to the border.
Upwards of a few £100 in the market, probably all gone at this point. And I would say... What
do you mean you're up in the market? Do you invest in stuff?
Yeah.
What the hell?
What do you invest in?
It's he invests in All Saints.
Sorry, economics advisor.
Oh,
okay. Nerd.
For the listener, Tom just put on some glasses.
For the listener,
you can watch on our YouTube channel. We're starting going on. We put the videos on YouTube again.
They're
back
go.
on YouTube.
That's back.
They ain't got no thumbnails and the words are all spoken correctly, but it's up there. It's up there if you want to watch. Tom's got his glasses on.
Yeah, exactly. What do I invest in? Things that I think will do well. / what people on Reddit say to do.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
So like a GameStop.
Well, I wish. I'd be so rich. If you had invested in GameStop in 2020, you'd be a zillionaire right now.
Yeah.
I saw that come on Netflix and I nearly texted you, but I was like, nah, you'll have already
Don't worry, I've already watched it. Yeah, all 3 parts. Nailed it. Only came out yesterday.
Are you investing in like Biltong and elk?
Yeah, just sort of like protein-based drinks and stuff.
Yeah. Huel.
Huel. Have you ever had Huel? You had Huel?
Yeah.
My flatmate tried to do Huel, right? He tried to...
instead of... So you don't know Huel, guys. This is where you have a drink instead of eating. Which is
wait, no, I didn't do that. I had it as
you're thinking of ketamine.
Yeah.
I
don't know what you're on.
Huel, what's that, the one you put in your gums? Yeah,
Yeah.
Snuff,
Yeah,
Huel.
Huel.
Yeah, what else did we do? Drag. I think
GHB, whatever.
it was called drag. You put it in your ear.
Yeah.
I don't know what that was. But yeah, so what was Huel like?
Well, he said that actually there was a week of shitting yourself,
Jesus.
and then you're on Easy Street.
Oh, really?
Yeah. So
You never shit again.
Yeah, you're a better man after. Just you have to push through the initial, and then Easy Street, good times.
Okay, fantastic.
So
if you want to sponsor us, Huel, then there it is. If you don't, we'll cut that out for future episodes, and we'll just be like, it makes you shit yourself to death.
it's terrible, awful. Don't use it.
Don't use it.
So yeah, I don't know. That's
Why do you invest in stuff? Where's your investments come from? Who set this up? You.
Do you only wear your glasses when you invest?
Yeah, basically.
Yeah, okay.
This is corporate Tom. I was saying corporate Phoebe. This is corporate. This is when I'm at.
I can see. You can't see with the camera, but I can see these glasses. They're like the 3D glasses with blue and red that you used to get in a magazine. that's the sort of material they are.
Yeah. I do.
And so Tom's looking at the table going, "Wow, it's all coming at me." He thinks his stocks are rising because it's coming at him.
when I'm reading my broadsheet newspaper,
the pictures, Garfield's coming. This is insane.
Dinosaurs 3D.
Yeah.
When I worked at Legoland, we had glasses like the 3D ones, but if you looked at lights, they'd make it look like Lego bricks. So it worked for like firework night, and it looked like Lego bricks were flying in the sky.
Wait, what? It would make things look like Lego
That's
bricks.
insane.
Yeah.
What the hell? What is this technology that Lego is keeping to themselves?
You can create
Surely
Lego
this
everything.
This can help other things. Lego, Jesus. And I bet that was fun for about 5 minutes.
I've still got them.
Probably
Oh,
give
yeah?
you can you bring them in, please?
If I can find them, yeah.
Yeah,
Probably give you a really bad headache after a while.
Yeah. It's one of those like is it cake scenarios
Oh.
where you just start thinking everything's Lego and you're like breaking off your wife's arm. It's Lego! Like they've gone mad!
I tell you what, if you did take some fucking fuel and then whacked on the Lego glasses, that's a party.
You'd be building some serious portfolio.
Yeah, you have a night on the sesh and whack on your Lego glasses and put a bit of baby. I used to do this, right? You probably because you were a nerd at school, but I remember being about 17.
Shout out for us.
Yeah, I remember being 17, right? And maybe we'd have a bit of a party.
The 80s.
Take a bit of MD, whatever.
You take MDMA at 17 years old.
Yeah, whatever the kids were doing. Skins.
Oh, that makes
Skins did it. So
your A-level results make sense.
bad.
Went into that exam absolutely buzzing. Like, turn the clock up, mate. It's on the beat. You know what I mean? He's going up there. He's trying to get off with the invigilator. Like, I just feel like we have a connection. Yeah.
I'm not winding you up.
I got something you can examine. Yeah.
Yeah. Anyway, we just get if you'd done some drugs and then you wanted to chill out a bit, you would whack on baby TV, which was like the sensory sort of TV that used to be on. Like it was like on a Freeview channel, and it was just sort of like merging colours and like weird. I remember going to house parties and people would just be like out on cat watching baby TV.
But that makes sense for your school. I imagine that's what they wheel in at the end of term. They're like, here you go, guys, we're gonna watch some TV today, and you're all there like, woo, the colours.
Well, I think I spoke about this on Tuesday, but I definitely remember my art teacher. Right, he smoked more weed than we did, 100%. Big weed guy, right?
Good lad.
And he covered a history lesson for us, okay? And I remember he just put Saving Private Ryan on, which is World War II.
Year 7.
Yeah, exactly. We were doing the Tudors, so it was a bit weird. But I honestly, I have a very, very distinct memory of him, clearly in hindsight stoned, watching Saving Private Ryan with us, and just being like, "What?" Like, he hadn't seen it, and he was like, "No way!" He's like, "Oh, I got a bad feeling about these Germans." What?
He's brought in a DVD that he's bought at a barber's.
Yeah,
and it's supposed to be Shrek 2. He's like, whoa, this ogre's fucking crazy, bro.
Yeah, because they're like sat up at the front and like the TV's there, and I literally remember him just being like, "What? This is mad. This is mad."
Turning around to you guys, you seen it? Yeah. Fucking insane. This. Jesus Christ. How long is it?
Yeah. Whoa.
What a bloke. How funny, man.
Art teachers also found out don't have to be real teachers. Can just be a bloke.
What?
Yeah, they can just be a bloke.
Surely not.
Our art teacher was just a bloke,
or a woman,
or just a person,
or they.
They just need to be CRB, or they, or them, or them, as them.
Who've got the keys to my bimmer?
Yeah, who's got the keys to my bimmer?
So what does that mean? An art teacher can just be a bloke. What does that mean?
Well,
they don't have any checks. They must have checks.
No, they
You
do
can't
like
just
CRB.
turn up to the school.
Yeah, CRB.
Okay.
So like you don't molest. That's basically it, and then you can just
Because art's subjective.
exactly.
But surely a school hires an art teacher and they would have to say, I studied art.
Yeah, okay, your nerd school where they're like, oh, sorry, you need to have had 15 years experience to talk to our children. At my school where it was free love and hippiness, okay?
Yeah.
Phoebe, you would have actually loved my school.
This sounds great.
I mean, did do juggling, probably should have been doing maths, but whatever. Whatever.
I'd rather be able to juggle.
Exactly. That's what I thought as well.
What they did was, I think...
Until I did a job interview.
In your school, what they did, I reckon, is they tried to like make maths fun by juggling, and you just go, we have 1, 2, 3. Can we get to 5? You all but then people were just more into juggling, so they're like, all right, fuck the numbers, guys. We're just gonna juggle.
Yeah.
Oh shit! I've got double Diablo after this. Got an exam.
There was an alarming amount of kids. I remember this so well. It's Diablo thing with the string.
Yeah, you better believe
there
it.
There was so many kids who would come in with those things. Loads of
There
kids
was a
doing
bit of a
that.
craze, wasn't there?
Yeah, loads of hippie weird kids doing that.
Wasn't a phase of Diablo.
There was definitely a Diablo phase. 100%. I definitely went through it.
Slackline as well. Slackline as well.
Oh,
A lot of
yeah, I
kids
remember
did Slackline.
That was that happening when you were still at school?
Yeah.
I feel like that was more uni.
No, the school
Oh,
kids
was
were
it?
doing that. Yeah. Slackline, a lot of skateboarding. So we could skateboard.
That's how you got home, innit? Big slack line.
Yeah, all of my teachers were weird, apart from the PE teacher who was like old school. Did your PE teacher? I don't know.
Fucking hell, here we go.
I don't know if I'm making this up, but like, no, I don't know everything you're going, but like, did your PE teachers ever just say like horrific stuff on the football pitch, just like as banter?
So, what you got to give me an example?
Well,
I think the answer is going to be no. But you gotta give me
I
an example.
distinctly remember my PE teacher. Like, if someone like miscontrolled a ball, would just be like, "Oh, you got a first touch for paedophile." Like, 100%. I remember that. And like in hindsight, that's really fucked up. Like, you can't. You just be like,
They had to
"Oh."
have someone to counteract all the free love and
Yeah.
and self-expression and self-love and stuff like that. You got the touch. I've heard of that expression in the football pitch.
Yeah.
He's got the touch of a paedophile.
Yeah.
But I've never heard it shouted at kids from the teacher who was in charge of their PE lesson.
At 15-year-olds.
At 15-year-olds. No. No, our PE teachers were not like they're very strict though. They're very like you have to call them sir and all that sort of stuff.
Really?
And yeah, you had to call sir and miss. All our teachers were called that. You never.
We never called at my school we called everyone like Bill or Dave. Just called them their name. It's really weird. We didn't call them sir.
I'm actually called Jamiroquai.
Yeah.
Our teacher.
Because at our school pronouns didn't need them. Okay, so
Yeah, but no, we had sir and miss, and that was it. And
there's nothing in between.
We all got sat down when I first went to school. Our first PE lesson, speaking of PE lessons, our first PE lesson, we all got sat down in our forms in a straight line in alphabetical order. You had to be in alphabetical order, and they'd go down the list, and they just told you about respect at the school, and
What the fuck?
and they would say stuff like, "You will refer to us as sir, and if you forget that, we will remind you. If you forget to refer to us as sir again, we will remind you a slightly different way. And if you forget to refer to us as sir again after that, we'll not only remind you, but you will be getting detention."
Right. Okay.
You
you had detention.
sorry.
Did you not have
fucking
detention?
clown college is this? Their punishment was you can only juggle with one, so it's not fun.
No, it's better than that. You got sent to room 12, like if you got detention, but it was just the art room, so you got to do painting. Just got to paint, sort of like art therapy.
Yeah. And they were like, I don't want you to be here.
Yeah,
You know,
Man, I really wish I'd gone to this school.
yeah, it was
What,
really.
you had detention, Phoebe.
Yeah.
What was the worst trouble you ever got in at school?
What do you mean? I got a detention.
You got detention.
Yeah.
What did you get for? I can't imagine you getting into much trouble either.
This is quite bad. My best mate at school, she started dating this boy a couple of years older than her, but she wasn't sure like
See why you'd be friends.
how to talk. We actually were friends because we were both dating boys a couple of years older than us because we were cool.
Mhm.
And then I was pretending to be the guy. And like how he would speak to her on email, and so instead of like
Email.
yeah, because we were
They
in
were
class.
older, weren't they?
No, because we were in class.
They were
like-
like, I'll be at my landline at this time if you want to pick up. They're like, we could text or BBM.
Call me on my car phone, please.
I don't mess around with that stuff. I need to get to a library so I can call you.
Now, this was like, during school when like you'd be on the computers doing something else, but actually just be emailing each other.
Yeah.
So I was emailing, my friend and I were emailing back and forth, and I was pretending to be the guy, and she was like practicing what to say to him. And then the teacher found out that we were doing that instead of our work, and then all of the emails got printed off and shown to both of our parents, and they were like, "This is what they'd be doing," and it's just really cringy because I was just pretending to be this boy.
What?
I can't even remember the things that we were saying.
You're practicing how to talk.
So you're practicing how to
She
email.
was practicing how to like talk to him.
What, do flirting via email?
Kind of, yeah.
And what, you were giving her feedback?
I was being the guy like replying. And then they printed them out. They
Right,
were like,
straight to art.
Yeah.
Up you go.
Like,
That's sad, isn't it? Was it after school detention?
yeah.
What did you have to do?
And,
Sit there.
I had to. It was like an essay on why that wasn't the best use of my time or something.
Yeah.
But I spent most of the detention planning out the essay, so I only wrote like a couple of.
no, I thought you were planning out more emails.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking as well. Yeah. Bad. Oh, poor her. Oh dear.
Oh.
Or poor you both, I guess.
Oh,
Getting the
dear.
quiz out.
It's pretty embarrassing.
The worst.
Yeah, what did you... Oh, you've never got in trouble in your life.
No.
You don't even... This... Yeah, what do you mean get in
That's
trouble?
not true. I got a lunchtime detention
Oh, God.
for throwing blue tack in art class.
Oh.
Pretty bad.
Pretty bad. Pretty rogue.
I cried the first. We had bad notes. So I cried the first time I got a bad note.
What did you get a bad note for?
How old were you?
You didn't get an A star. It was just an A or something, was it?
That's the kind of school I went to.
Really?
It's that sort of school as well. Oh yeah, but they let you do drama.
Yeah, I know. Weird.
Weird.
Oh.
Our school, we didn't really do grades.
Wait, is this first or second school?
This is secondary school.
This is
mate.
my secondary school.
This is your formative years,
This is my formative years up until GCSEs.
where it's crucial to
Yeah.
learn stuff.
That's why you're so
Let me
cool.
tell you that my sixth form that I got sent to afterwards was very different. Completely different school.
It was only 11 till 16. You didn't get to.
I could have stayed the whole way, but then my parents saw my GCSE results and they were like, "You're not fucking staying there."
Were the people nice? Your peers?
Yeah, like they were nice. Everyone was quite weird and like hippie and like out there.
But you're hanging out with them now, Phoebe, on,
Yeah.
on the weekends
probably.
and summer and stuff. so-
Yeah, like it's proper. It was proper. Like it wasn't quite a Steiner school, but it was like on the way. It's proper like free and easy living. Like woo.
I love that.
Yeah, but yeah, obviously just got sent to a normal school after that.
I'm trying to think what I got a bad note for. I think I got a bad note for continually talking in class.
Mm-hmm.
I think I definitely got one for the blue tack throwing as well. And then the teacher would write it.
Did you have to take a bad note home?
Yeah, the teacher would write it in front of you. And be like, fucking throwing
What? And then
fucking
they would
blue
like make
tack,
you show your
ginger
mum or
prick.
something. Yeah.
And then your parent had to sign it, and then they had to show them next day.
Surely you would like fake the signature.
So yeah, then you'd. The smart thing was you never let your parents sign anything, and then you just have their signature.
Yeah.
Because you can just do whatever.
Yeah.
And yeah, at first, like parents used to sign off your homework thing, so your homework diary. So
Yeah.
sign off that you'd done your homework. Got good notes as well. Merits.
Yeah.
Cool.
Merits and one of my schools we had red spots
Red spots.
if you were bad.
Acne.
Yeah, and then everyone just took the piss out of me because I had spots.
Oh.
Oh, Phoebe.
Only once. Only happened once. It's
And then you
fine.
flipped out and emailed them something so erotic they couldn't handle it.
Worst thing that ever happened to at my school, and this is again probably showing that the privilege of the school that I went to was so we went on a camping trip in Switzerland, right? Okay, so he was went
Tough.
camping. Yeah, it's
Not
rough.
part of any sort of course. Or
Yeah, whatever.
Yeah. The teacher was like, "This is boring, isn't it? This
Culture.
is boring.
Bit of culture.
Go and go Geneva."
Yeah. Anyway, we were like 15, and they were like, "Look, if anyone drinks, because I think the drinking age in there is 16, so it was like, if anyone drinks, you're getting sent home." Okay, they were like, "You're 100% getting sent home." They did tell everyone this.
Via some macaroni art or something like that.
Yeah. And they were like, "Look, just don't do it." Okay. Anyway, everyone went out, and then like a few people were drinking, and they all got caught, and there was like 6 people. Fortunately, I wasn't one. And then the school flew them, but was like, "Right, you're all on the next flight," and they flew them all back business, and then charged the parents, and they fucking lost their shit.
Yeah.
In hindsight, if my son did that, I'd just say leave him.
You dispute with the school.
Yeah.
Legally, I didn't actually pay
Yeah.
for this, so it's your fault.
That's on you.
We had the big drama in our year was German exchange. I wasn't on it. It was a German exchange, and this dude Vinay was in my class in my form.
Vinay,
Vinay, yeah.
our isn't he someone on the pod?
Oh, Vinny, yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, it's Vinay, yeah, but it's Vinny. Oh yeah, if you're still listening, Vinny, shout out, Vinny.
Yeah, love you.
So Vinay, different Vinay, took weed with him
Oh, that's big. That's bold. Taking drugs abroad.
Yeah.
Fair play.
And then
Do you get done at the
he
airport?
got high and drunk, and then he got done at the airport back as well. Yeah.
What? So he got nicked at the airport with drugs? That's game over. Surely.
Expelled. And I remember it was such good drama. Like, so he came in because everyone was like, "Have you heard what happened on the German exchange? Oh my god!" And then he was in our form, and he came back in that morning, and he'd grassed everyone up. They did him dirty as well. They did him classic, like, look, if you tell us exactly what happened and what everything happened, then
We'll let you off.
We can get some sort of deal going here.
Oh, really?
And then he grassed everyone up, came into form. People are snake, like,
Man.
yeah. And then
Surely you just go down with the ship and
and then that was early morning form register. And then by 10 a.m. he was expelled.
Fuck. Did all the people he grassed up get expelled?
They all got like suspensions.
Fuck.
So they did him dirty as well. Though you can't trust the prison warden.
No, you can't.
We had this in school where if someone brought in a bag of weed at the back of our history class, was just passing it along to smell it, and I was like, oh, that's so bait.
Yeah, that's bad. What, they got caught? Yeah, mad.
And they got expelled.
If someone brought in weed to Tom's school, they got made the art teacher.
Yeah. Honestly, an alarming amount of the teachers smoke weed. Like a lot. I've been told this in hindsight by like people I know who have like know people at the school, and they're like, yeah, it's all really high.
There was quite a lot of people that talk about like getting high with their teachers. That would have been fun.
Yeah, I'm sure that happened.
Would it? Weird dynamic.
It would be weird, actually. Yeah, maybe. The drama teachers, it would have been fun.
Yeah, I bet you'd have got on with them.
We
You'd have
played-
broken out. It just got so crazy. We just the whole Midsummer Night's Dream. We just performed it. We all knew the words, obviously. Guess who I was? Guess. No
guess.
The main one.
Yeah.
No, I reckon if I was in that, I'd be like Puck or something.
Yeah.
Like the whimsical bit weird one.
I was trying to remember what
Any
their
of the
names
Midsummer
was.
Night's Dream.
Oberon.
Oberon, yeah.
What's the
We got an English literature graduate and a drama school graduate here.
Tiffany or something? There's the girl.
I don't know. Maybe Tiffany.
Something. It's not Tiffany.
Okay.
But we used to play hide and seek in drama.
That's-
In secondary school. That was our warm
That's
up.
a teacher having a DOS of a lesson.
That
Just
was our warm up.
Yeah, right, hide and seek, I'll find you. Off you go. Go on.
Yeah, if you hear the bell, just go to the next class. Don't worry about it.
So we
You
had
better hide really well. Really, really well.
So we had a drama that only went on for an hour.
Yeah.
And one time it took her 45 minutes to try and find us.
Sorry, she was actually finding you. She was getting
Yeah.
involved.
Yeah. So she would try and find us. This would be our warm up. And but it got to the point where we would like dress. So my friend came in once all in black and she had like a hoodie that zipped up the front as well.
Oh.
And so she could climb up the wall and hide in this little like,
Dark space there.
yeah, like a sound booth that's like elevated sound booth. So she was just like crawled in like a little bat.
That's good to learn, isn't it, for your kid?
Yeah.
I was there with a paint pot under, because there was lots of like upside down paint pots. So I was like a paint pot under one of them.
In hindsight, I think drama GCSE was a fantastic waste of time.
No, this was A level.
Ah.
This was A level.
Don't discredit it, Tom.
Yeah.
This was A-level.
This is where it got serious.
Yeah,
I did a GCSE and I
Stress.
feel like that was a waste.
Fucking hell,
Could you
mate.
imagine?
I couldn't sleep last night. I got to be a plant pot today.
Yeah. Whoa.
No, but that's good, though. It's good. It's fun, isn't it? We didn't have drama at our school.
Not an option.
You weren't allowed. No.
Did you do art?
Really?
You could do art. Yeah, there was 3 people who did art A-level.
Did you do music?
Wow.
Yeah, you could do music. I did music GCSE.
You just couldn't do drama? That's
You just-
rude.
Yeah, no drama class.
Fucking hell. Not that weren't big on the creative.
No. Didn't fancy it. Did not fancy it. And you had to get recommended to get an A-level. You couldn't just pick your A-level. You had to get good enough. Yeah, you had to get good enough results in your GCSE and your mocks leading up to your GCSE that to get recommended to do like.
If you fucked your GCSEs, would you get kicked out?
Yeah, because you have to get enough recommendations. You'd have to get.
What? So you could like? It's not like you're not in the school the whole run. It's just like if you don't make the grades of GCSE, you get kicked out.
Yeah. You have to get recommended. Always, even if you get great GCSEs, but they're just like, we don't think you'd. Basically, they're like, we want to know. Also, have good grounds for belief that you would get an A or A star at A level.
Because you don't want to bring down that
They don't
average.
want to break down.
Fucking hell.
Wow.
Beast. Yeah. And also, like, you couldn't drop an A level. Like, if you're doing well in all your AS, and you do. So I did 4 A levels. You couldn't.
Wow.
So people would go to the head of sixth form and be like, "Yeah, I think I'll just drop that one now and get more time to focus on the other ones." He was like, "No, you won't." And that was that. And he was like, "See you later."
What? And you just have to do 4 A levels?
Yeah.
I had to do 5.
5?
And dropped 2. Yeah, one was critical thinking. That was compulsory, and then 4 AS, and then 3 A levels. We dropped 2.
Wow. That's so... How many people from your school would go to Oxford and Cambridge? Lots.
Maybe like a third of the.
That's pretty good.
Third of the year, maybe.
Yeah.
Of the A-level year.
And it was the people who got over it was like, yeah, and then the everyone else it was like, ooh, better luck next time.
Maybe I don't know. I like.
Did you try? Did you go for the exam?
Oh no, Cambridge didn't have exam. I did apply for Cambridge. I got an interview and then didn't get it. I got
What did they
rejected
do
for my
with-
first
did they-
3
did they-
options for uni.
Did they fuck with you in the interview?
No. It was all very chill.
Oh really?
Look at you. You're like genuine. Like, what the hell happened? At this
Yeah.
place?
No, because I know.
You were down the road at Oxford Brooks, weren't you?
Yeah,
Did you ever
exactly.
ask them?
No,
You
living
must,
the
have
dream.
slept, you must have slept with someone from Oxford Uni.
I had a girlfriend for a period of time who went to Oxford Uni. Yes.
Really?
Yes.
You were a bit rough, weren't you?
I got to live the experience. I'll tell you.
Oh, he's so frightfully simple.
Yeah.
Thomas, Thomas. And Tom goes, oh, yeah. I bought Jägermeister. Oh my God, look at him.
Yeah.
He doesn't even drink wine. Oh.
Yeah. At dinner, everyone would wear a gown. Because you weren't really at Oxford, you weren't allowed to wear one. They'd everyone know you were a pleb.
Yeah, I did
That's how
that.
They, that's how they
I did that,
differentiate you from the others.
Is that true?
Yeah, I had to do that with visits to my mate. And like, you're like black tie for dinner, for like a uni dinner. So
you'd have to dress up for a dinner?
So you'd be in. I visited my mate at Oxford. I'd be in a suit, like just to have like what is essentially their canteen.
Yeah,
like,
it's crazy.
And you get served, and it's all fancy and stuff. But you're just like, this is ridiculous.
That's
And they're in their gowns and stuff. So no, Cambridge. No, it was just like a chat with a very very smart person who was super into English.
Oh right, because I remember I've heard all these crazy stories, like people that I know who like interviewed and stuff, and they would like sit down in the room and they'd be like talking to you and they'd be like, so what colour is the wall behind you? And if you looked round, they'd be like, you're a fucking idiot, because like if you were smart, you would know it would be the same colour all the way around.
Really?
Yeah.
Okay.
Just
Well,
shit like that.
That's bullshit.
But that's not true,
Yeah.
because you might have a
That's what I heard.
It's not Men
That's
in
what I heard.
Black.
That's what I heard.
They're not
You're if you went like that, you're a fuckwit. You're not getting in.
You're confusing it with the film Men in Black when
No.
he shoots the kid because
No.
she's reading maths and it's like, don't shoot the aliens. The trick is don't shoot the aliens. Like that's no, I don't think it's like that. I mean, there are obviously like some tricky questions, but it was all English literature related, you know. But we did get a lot of that. But the things with our school was like they were really into obviously everyone doing extremely well academically, but they also didn't have any budget. So like a lot of other schools, like private schools and stuff, would have like
Extracurricular.
prep, like interview prep and stuff like that. And like we like haphazardly had that at the end, especially for something like English, where they were like, and so like one of the English teachers who went to Oxford, he was just like, like just try your best.
Good luck.
He was like, main thing is to relax. It was- so yeah, that was it. But no, Cambridge they interview most of the candidates. I think Oxford they interview half of the people who apply, but I think Cambridge when I applied they interview like 80-90% of everyone who applies.
Wow.
So I think they get rid of the people who obviously don't have the grades and then they basically interview everyone else. But yeah.
Some of the extracurricular, my little brother's girlfriend went there and she was at Oxford. Actually, while I was at Brooks in my last year, she's going to give me food from her canteen. But like she was like, her extracurricular was just like mad. She was just like, did the oboe for 8 years and like
Who?
played the oboe. And like,
Your girlfriend?
No, my little brother's girlfriend. And like, it's just like was head of the debating society and blah, 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 blah. And like had like this fat long list of things to get you in. Like,
And what did you have? Prestige 2 on Call of Duty Modern Warfare.
a license to thrill in the club.
Yeah, if you give me time to stretch, can do splits.
Yeah, can do splits. Juggle, obviously.
Yeah, obviously, yeah, you probably did have that.
Do a wicked kickflip. How about that? Come on. That's pretty good.
In your sociology interview.
Yeah.
Running a country is a lot like juggling.
Yeah. Let me tell you what I didn't have to interview for, Oxford Brooks. I'll tell you that for free. Interview there.
It's one of those where on the UCAS thing, you just selected, yes, I want to go. There was no application.
No, it was my second choice, and it was just like, girl to boy ratio is pretty good. We'll give it a whirl. Yeah.
Is that what you checked?
No.
Oh yeah, that was the thing though. Everyone was like,
everyone
go
would be
Nottingham.
like,
Go
everyone would be
Nottingham,
like,
there's
man.
Bear Girls.
Yeah, there's Bear Girls. Sick.
Wait, so you didn't get into your first choice? What was your first?
I was meant to go to Bristol, and it didn't work out for me. And then Oxford Brooks it was, which is fine.
That's such a change. Bristol's quite like a smart uni, isn't it?
That's all right. You didn't need that good grade.
What did you do?
I
What
think
did you need?
I think,
Did you get accepted and then you didn't get the grade?
Yeah, I got accepted.
Oh,
Yeah,
brutal.
grades.
That's tough. But it all works out in the end.
Yeah, it's all right.
Look at you now.
Brooksy it was.
Haven't slept and you're in a freight container.
Exactly. Right, should we move on to our first section?
Yeah, let's do it.
It's Agony Uncle, but not in a weird way.
So, Agony Uncle, if you've never listened to the podcast, where you been? But secondly, it is where you come in with your life drama, and me and Tom and Phoebe, we just solve it. We solve it like that, don't we, guys? Like that. So, good luck.
We get really good feedback. We help everyone.
Yeah.
100% success
We've
rate.
changed people's life on this podcast.
They call us the second Oprah.
Yeah. And remember that if you have sent something in and we've given you advice, let us know
How it goes. We want to know. We want to know how it went.
So we're going to go to the ADIF Pod account. You can follow us on social medias at ADIF Pod. We started posting clips now. Look at us go. Welcome to 2018. So, and remember, it's all anonymous. I actually can't tell if a co-worker is hitting on me or he's just nice. Plus, how can I stop crushing on all kinds of unavailable brackets emotional, physical guys?
Okay.
So
you can't.
Phoebe's laughing in acknowledgement. Is this?
Yeah, because emotionally and physically unavailable men are chef's kiss.
What's physically unavailable?
Like they're in a relationship.
Oh, right. I thought you meant it was just like from the neck down. I'm like, well, if love's love, isn't it, baby? Just go for it.
Yeah. We're not ableist on this podcast.
Yeah.
Do what we want.
You would be in love with someone, to be fair, who was like a prisoner of war or something like that. Like, and then it's like, remind us, which side is he fighting on? Freedom.
Yeah.
He's got a skull and crossbones on his jacket. I'm not sure. What's the big sword for?
Oh, it would be really funny if I dated a pirate.
I
That would
can
be
see
really
it.
funny.
Yeah.
I can definitely see it.
A pirate of the canal or something.
Canal pirate. That would be it.
Okay, right. Well, I have to.
I sort of squatted on this canal boat and now it's mine, so I'm a pirate.
Their handle is at Rave Pirate.
Yeah.
Got the fluorescent sword like a glowing.
Never drops character ever. Not one, even when he's going to Tesco's, he's still going as Rave Pirate.
I listen to R&B. So Tom, no, we solved that, haven't we? That was
There we
it.
go.
So how do you sort this? So two issues here. Two issues. So one, and it's a tough one. One is, how can you tell if someone at work, and I assume they like the person, I assume they might be interested. So how can you tell if they're hitting on you or if they're just being nice?
Well, I would say if it's blokes in general, statistically, I would say they're probably hitting on you. Like, just top of my head, statistically, I would say they probably are into it a bit. If they, why don't you ask them if they've got a girlfriend? If they don't have a girlfriend and they're still being nice, there's a good chance that they're into it.
Well, just see how they talk with other co-workers as well.
That's good as well, yeah.
Because if they treat you differently, then they're probably hitting on you. But it seems like in this scenario, regardless, this person is emotionally and physically unavailable. So
maybe they're connected. I didn't even think
just
that.
don't worry if they're flirting with you or not.
All right, what if
He's physically unavailable. He's on
physically
the other side of the IT help desk.
Yeah.
He don't know where he is.
Yeah. What if he's got a girlfriend but he's into you and
you're into him.
and
He's
into him.
gorgeous and he's so funny.
Yeah.
You get
And
with him.
his
Then
girlfriend
you
sounds
need to
awful.
get drunk together. You need to get drunk,
Okay.
but not too drunk that you forget. Drunk enough that your tongue is loose,
Ooh.
and you find out, and then you're like, cool. Well, then leave her and get with me,
Okay.
or stay with her and stop flirting with me.
Yeah. I mean that's true.
That's true.
It's true. So I think I agree with Tom.
I don't want good. You don't want to be the middleman.
No.
You don't want to be this.
Unless you want to be the other woman.
No.
No, Phoebe.
We don't promote that. We don't promote that on this podcast.
No. We had it just then. We had it.
Third option.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. Also, let me finish. Affairs. Is it a dirty word? I don't think so.
Yeah. I don't actually call it an affair. I call it a sort of,
It's got a wife and 2 kids.
yeah,
Hot.
a silent throuple. You know.
Yeah,
That's-
exactly. Yeah. It's a modern day. So I think Tom, you're right. Ask if he or they have Bimmer. If they've got a partner at this time, and I say the best way to do that is sort of shout it across the office.
Yeah.
Phil, you got a girlfriend? And then he goes, no. And you're like, Nice.
Good.
Yeah.
You want to go drink after
Yeah,
work?
yeah, straight in. Check your email.
Yeah. Don't show anyone. Don't show anyone else. Cheeky.
Oh,
Cheeky.
sent all fucking hell.
Yeah, there we go.
So yeah, find out they're in a relationship. I would agree with Tom. If they're not in a relationship and they're treating you the way they are, then the next thing is Phoebe's advice. How are they treating everyone else?
Yeah.
If they might just love the flirt. I love a flirt. People love a flirt. People might just love a flirt. You know?
I love the flirt. Did you say I love the flirt?
I love a flirt, yeah.
Okay.
I love a flirt. What's quite enjoyable about being in a relationship now, though, is like, I go completely the opposite way. I don't do any charisma. So I've gone from like trying to get everyone to like me to just being like, yep, cheers.
Yeah. Surprisingly, it's working better.
It's emotionally unavailable. They love it, yeah. Because my other thing was like, you got a girlfriend? Please, please. I'm lonely. So lonely.
Oh.
So yeah. So I now, if anyone goes to me, hey, what's your name? Alison, leave me alone.
Get out.
Yeah. So
I think we
then
solved.
find out how they treat. And if they've not got a partner and if they're like to everyone else, you know what, Karen? Hey, Stacey, how was your weekend? Oh my God, tell me everything. Then you'd be a bit like, okay, I think they're flirting.
You can sense vibes. I think in general, vibes can be sensed. And
Phoebe doesn't look too convinced.
No, I was just more thinking about the second part of their issue,
Yeah.
which is
the emotion-
how to stop. Yeah, but I think that's therapy, to be honest.
oh,
You look at yourself. Yeah.
That was a deep think. Like,
Yeah.
Look at yourself. I definitely struggle with this in that I liked, and to say still do, liked people who are unavailable, or the thrill of the chase, or like getting them to like me. But then if they then turn around and was like, yeah, I really like you, then the excitement would be over.
Yeah.
Then I'd be like, oh, okay. And then I'd always think, well, if they like me, then and maybe that's something wrong with them because they shouldn't like me. Like they should be like higher value than me. So.
Oh, we got a lot of we got a lot of trauma going on this podcast. Christ.
It's a place for honesty, guys.
Yeah.
It's me and
It's a
messaging.
safe space, isn't it?
Yeah, we got.
Yeah.
I hope there's no weirdos listening.
And Tom's the one who hasn't slept.
Yeah.
but it's true. But it's true. So you've got to understand that if you're going for people who aren't available, do you want to be loved? Do you think you deserve love? Do you think you deserve it? Because if you don't think you deserve it, then that's why you'd always go for people who you think are out of your league, not really that into you, not available, blah blah blah. Because you're thinking, well, I can't go for someone who actually is going to love me because that won't work. So yeah.
Maybe you need to work on yourself before looking for others.
Yeah.
That probably help as well. Make sure you're ready for it. Make sure you can physically and emotionally handle love when it comes at you.
And let people love you. That's what I've had the experience
Just
of.
let me love you.
Literally, I've had this experience in the last 7 months. It's been great. I'm relaxed. I'm chilled.
Look at
I'm
this
in
guy.
love.
Look at this
I've got
guy.
someone who loves me. I've allowed her to. I'm not got scared. I'm not run off. You know, she broke up with me. Because I kept whispering this to her every time she was going to sleep. I'm allowing you to love me. Do you know how lucky you are?
Yeah.
Do you know how many women would love to be while you're sleeping? You lucky bitch.
It's funny because 100% I know you wouldn't have said that, but I know you would have thought that.
Yeah.
I know you would have thought that. 100%.
No.
This guy comes off stage and he's like, looks at his girlfriend and goes, "You don't even know how lucky you are.
No.
You don't even know. You're with Woodsy. God, you."
Woodsy.
Oh.
It started like that, but then I feel incredibly lucky to be with her. She's absolutely incredible. But she did listen to this podcast because I told her because she was like, "Did you talk about me?" I was like, "Oh yeah, I talked about you on last." I said like she was an I'll go on the last podcast.
Yeah.
And I said also about how I told her I love her, and I told about that on the podcast. So she went to listen to it. She listened to it, and I was like, "What do you think?" She's like, "I'm not going to listen to any others." And then she was like, No, just like it's your thing. So yeah,
Moral
but
support.
Famously, no one in our lives ever listens.
No, not one. I think only my Auntie Christine. Shout out Auntie Christine.
And your dad, who
yeah.
likes all our posts on Instagram.
Yeah. It doesn't listen to this though.
Likes the post.
Yeah.
So what's our final advice for being constantly attracted to people who are emotionally or physically unavailable? Tom.
Work on yourself. Be ready for love.
Phoebe,
That's exactly what I was going to say.
I say keep going for them. You'll crack it.
Yeah.
I also think if you just go onto lots of dating apps and get lots of other people just so that you're not lonely in the meantime.
That's terrible advice.
It's terrible advice. Yeah.
Phoebe, what is this?
Stuff the hole with meaningless and sex.
Yeah.
Okay.
What is this third bit that comes again after?
Phoebe's got a
I
dark
wanted to give
side.
I wanted to give a different
True.
view.
True. Yeah.
No,
No, I
that's
agree.
good.
I agree. Keep going until you crack it.
Yeah.
Just get one.
Plow on.
All right, we'll do another one because we've had actually two messages into the aid of
Okay.
So this will be just a quick one before we move on to our final section. But this is just a silly one. Boyfriend always calls for 2 minutes because he always just happens to enter the subway. So you imagine that your partner keeps ringing you and going, "How are you doing? Yeah, I'm good. How was your day? Oh, sorry, I've got to go. Just going underground."
This is me. I'm the boyfriend.
Cheating.
Oh, really?
I'm saying he's cheating.
What?
I'm saying he's cheating. Like, why? Like, if every time he calls, she calls him, he's like, "Sorry, I can't talk. I'm."
No. You're on the phone with them for a bit.
No, and
then you're like, "Oh, sorry, I'm about to lose signal. I've got to go." I do this all the time with people. I start calls when I'm walking, and it turns out actually I've got a shorter distance than I need to be, and then I'm just there already, or I'm getting on the bus and I need my phone, so I just hang up and I call them back.
mad.
Or not.
That's nice,
It's
though.
really, and people say to me, it's really, really annoying.
This shows how different me and you are, Phoebes, though, because you have a walk and you're like, I'm going to use this time to catch up with a loved one. I have a walk and I think, like, finally, I'm left alone. Music in. No one can talk to me. Yeah.
My girlfriend did ask me what my love language was, and I said I think it's be left alone so I can play FIFA. That's
He's like, go back to that producer Neil bit where he's like, boyfriends, we want you around, but not like too close, like in the vents. Like, not like the wrapping your leg around mine, some weird vine leg. Ain't that better? Now we're all wrapped up.
Well, to be fair, Tom, then your love language probably is quality time, just not with the person.
yeah.
Yeah.
Have you done the love languages test? You haven't done it yet. We all need to post our love languages on
There's
social
so
media.
there's so many different tests you can do, though.
I want to do the official 5 love languages. That one I did. Yours is, Phoebe, was it quality time, physical touch?
All of them.
Oh, yeah. Why? 100%.
I'm not opposed to any of them.
Yeah.
If there's anyone wanting to do it, I'm there. Doesn't matter.
Fair. I basically want a PA.
Oh, what
can
you want?
hang out
Like,
with.
what organisation?
Acts of service is top.
Okay.
See, I think acts of service would be down for you, Phoebe, because I think you like doing acts of service for other people.
But then is that not my love language?
That's a good point. Yeah. This is more how I like you to receive love, I think. But yeah, I don't know. Oh well, we need to do it. Yours is going to be.
Mine's
Yours
like,
is 100%.
don't hide my stuff. That I don't know what that comes under, but like,
Don't.
Who's hiding your stuff in the house that you live in?
my partner will do this. So it's the most annoying thing in the entire world, right? I'll be like looking for my keys for about half an hour. Okay, I'll be looking for my keys, and I'll be like, I'm like stomping around the flat, and then I'll be like, do you know where my keys are? And she'd look at me and she'd be like, yeah, they're in the key box. And I was like, you've never told me about a key box in my life. I've never, not once have you said the key box. And she'd be like, yeah, of course, the key box in the cupboard. And then she'll open a cupboard and then there'll be a random box in it. And she'll put the keys in there. And I'm like, what the fuck is that? You've just hidden my keys. If you don't tell me that this key box exists, you've just hidden my stuff.
It was quite obvious it was in the key box.
Yeah, it's key. And she'll look at me like that as well. She'd be like, the key box? Obviously. The key box. What do you mean?
Oh, bless. The most annoying thing my partner does is tells me to shut up when I'm whispering in her ear at night. But no, my keys are just where I left them. That's so good. So what do we do? So no, I think to be fair, it's a little bit ambiguous, but I think the boyfriend always calls so he calls her and goes, hey, how's your day? Oh, that's great. Oh, sorry, just go and tunnel by. And then just calls and hangs up.
Yeah,
for 2
you
minutes.
need to respect other people's time and sit down.
But if it's every time,
you just have an actual.
okay,
conversation.
here's my theory. Call him every time at the same sort of time, right? Oh no, because then he might just be
then he's
commuting.
always gonna be
commuting. But I don't know, just like it's just weird that he does it all the time. That's the only thing that red flag cheating alarm. That's it for me. But I'm sure. Well, okay, just talk to. I think this is probably just talk to him and be like, why do you keep doing that? And he'll be like, because you keep calling me at this time.
Nah, don't say why. Just say stop it.
Stop it.
Just be like, unless you can talk, don't pick up the phone.
Yeah.
Good. Okay. Yeah.
Yeah. Let's say do a time for him. So be like, unless you know you've got 10 minutes, I don't want to call. Do that. Or break up with him.
Yeah, dump his ass.
Dump his ass.
That is always
And
the option.
fill the plug with meaningless sex. Fill the plug with meaningless sex. Fill the plug.
Sponsor us Hinge. Sponsor us Hinge. Sponsor us Hinge. That's what we need.
No, we need a freaky.
Oh my God, yeah, because then Hinge might actually be able to find me a date.
Yeah.
Yeah, well, that would
I
be part
haven't
of the
tried
sponsorship.
myself.
Yeah, you have to go on a date every week and report back.
I'd do it every day
Yeah. Okay.
until I get a winter.
Oh yeah,
Cuffing
season.
Yeah.
Yeah, cuffing season is upon us.
Yeah.
And it's more crucial than ever because of the
The
rising
cost of-
energy
yeah.
costs. So
Yeah, you need body heat this winter.
you got to find someone.
Yeah, I need someone very, very exothermic.
Yes, big.
Big word.
Mm.
Oh, a big person, yeah.
A
or
big-
either.
a big guy. Have you ever dated a bigger man? Or have they always been slender, weedy?
Yeah,
No.
I think you like them skinny and
I have
frail.
been with large people.
Like what we talking?
Like,
Oh, it's been a big Christmas, or
Say stop.
Yeah,
Say stop.
or like
Whoa.
it's not like that. It's not like that. But when we were in the throes of passionate lovemaking, like, his stomach would hit me.
But apparently that can be quite good. I hear. I don't know.
Yeah.
I don't. Someone once told me, or maybe I read an article in GQ or something that said if you were a more rotund man,
FHM he's talking about,
yeah,
by the way, not GQ.
yeah, Financial Times, and that could be that
it
can be
gets-
better.
yeah.
For,
It's
the love
acts
making.
like a vibrator almost.
yeah, a big hairy vibrator. Okay.
So I think we solved your problem there.
Yeah, we
So move on to our final section, which is of course fail mail.
Hang on, sorry.
We move on to our.
We good?
We now
Yeah.
move on to our final section, which is of course fail mail. Boom. This is of course where we ask you for fails surrounding a specific topic, and you send in your answers. So thank you very much for everyone who sends it in. This week we're asking what is the worst place you've lived. Sorry, I got that wrong. Okay. This is, of course, when we ask you for fails around a certain topic, and you send in your answers. So this week we're asking, where is the worst place you've lived and why? So here we go. Munich, stuck up and horribly boring. This is from. This is, by the way, from people who I've sent into the official Adif Pod account. Adif Pod follows. Surrey Keys, 3-bed house converted into 6 box rooms.
Ooh.
Walls paper thin, share room situation. 2 housemates would either have really loud sex or argue all the time. What a passionate couple. Coventry, because it's a shithole.
Yeah.
And I lived in what must have been the red light district.
I didn't know they had one in
Yeah,
Coventry.
the red light district of Coventry, I can imagine being quite an intense for that.
Lived with a family who didn't allow me to bring up guys. Judgmental. In a 500-year-old haunted building called the Coach House.
Ooh.
So scary.
Ooh.
That's fun.
That's, haunted.
Spooky. And now I go to my own personal one. So here we are. Thank you everyone, obviously, who sent them in.
Yeah, I had a few of mine. I had Burton-on-Trent. Either smells like beer or Marmite. I don't know. Okay, Burton-on-Trent. Get Brick Lane. Someone said Brick Lane. Had flatmates smoking weed while in the toilet doing number 2s. Oh,
That doesn't seem sanitary.
yeah, that's not okay.
That's bad. That is
I had
bad.
someone else put Oklahoma. It was full of Republicans. Fair enough.
Fair. Cool. Pittsburgh, PA. Always smelled of rotting animals.
Ooh.
How about this? This is not good for the people who slag us off on TikTok for reading this out. Sheffield. Too many northern people.
Have you seen that clip? Have you seen that?
It is the
Do you
north.
get told off on TikTok for being too southern?
Yeah.
being poshos.
Have you seen that clip that's gone viral on TikTok and is really pissed off northern people? And it's like a girl being interviewed on the street. She's like a southern girl, and she's like, "Why do northerners always dress up to go to the pub?" And literally, it is enraged people from the north.
But it's true.
People-
The more north you go in this country, the more people are going to dress up for a night out.
Yeah.
And the older it's acceptable to be out.
Mm.
If you're in London or whatever, you have to be like 22 and wearing trainers, and
Yeah.
ripped jeans.
Take your gran in the
Yeah, literally in Glasgow or whatever, or up in Edinburgh, you can just go out, in your suit and tie. Someone said Iran, obviously.
Ooh.
Neasden on the North Circular. Why? It was on the North Circular and brimming with rats.
Brentwood, Essex, very racist and shallow. Above a pizza shop on Cali Road due to the noise and a landlord who was a perv. Above a chicken shop, mate, the flue was next to my kitchen window.
The flu?
I don't know what
Oh, like a chimney?
Yeah, he guessed.
The flue?
Well, I was thinking bird flu.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking. Yeah.
In a New Zealand Airbnb during lockdown with so many fleas, it became a game to catch the most. Sounds like you'd live there, Fee.
Birmingham, as it had nothing except drugs and bad nightclubs.
I don't see a problem there.
Yeah. And then someone said, Seoul, there was a subway station being built. The noise was horrible. I could move after a year. Frankfurt, for obvious reasons. Drug island of Vienna as a city and 100 times worse. It's finding out bad things about a lot of places I thought were quite nice. Lille in north of France. Coming from south, I never adjusted to the weather. You would have, I guess. Okay. Fair enough. And then my final one. Above a kebab shop. Their extraction fan was faulty. It made the whole house vibrate.
A stinky kebabby vibrating house. That's not going to be good.
No good.
Yeah. Okay. For me, the Brick Lane smoking weed and doing number twos. That's rough for me. I wouldn't enjoy that.
Pretty bad. The worst place I lived was probably it was still pretty alright. It was in York, and it was my second year, and it was a nine bedroom house in York. That obviously just got revolting.
That's so grim. I feel like people decide to live with living with upwards of any more. I would say 6 people is the peak number of people you should live with.
It got whittled down to 6 for the next year. Don't worry about that. But,
it's like Big Brother.
Yeah, literally. Yeah, there was evictions. Mate, honestly, that was it was big drama. But but that's how good the first year was. That we were like, let's all live together. Yeah. Let's keep the good times going. Yeah. And then realised the good times had ended. Yeah. Over summer.
Yeah, when you had to share a kitchen.
had to share a kitchen and had to went in because we were in blocks as well. So stuff was maintained.
Did people get into relationships as well?
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Break up. Second year. Big breakup. Alison Randall, huge breakup. Oh my god. 18 months. Oh my god. He thought she was the love of his life going to be his wife, and then she turned around and said I don't love you anymore, and it was like
and we both had to live together.
We still had to live together, and we'd all signed on for next year. So then Randall had to move out. He found somewhere else, and we got someone in to replace him.
He had to leave.
He decided that I'm not in the term, but for next year he was like, I'm not going to live in the house with. And then next year they tried to maybe start dating again. So she kept going, I don't know, maybe he was right, I don't know. And then she started getting with Jack, who also lived in the house.
Oh no.
Oh, big drama. And then Randall, he couldn't get through his emotions. So we were trying to be there for him. It was obviously very difficult situation for him.
We were like, mate, just have a point and shut up.
Yeah, literally. But it was very tough. But it was such drama, huge drama.
Classic uni vibes.
What about, did you ever live anywhere bad?
Yeah, I mean, I've told this story about 50 million times, but I live with 5 lads and an 80-year-old man in my second year of university.
What?
I can't. You'll have to go back.
Okay.
I'm not going to do this again. But I've told this story about 15 times on this podcast. But yeah, for a year, I lived with an 80-year-old man.
80-year-old man.
You haven't told it within the last year.
No, you got to go back.
You got to go back.
I'll tell you what.
It's premium content, and if you can find it, maybe I'll tell it on the Patreon.
Yeah, we'll go through it again on this week's Patreon episode, right?
But I'm not a bloody Patreon.
Well,
you have to tell me afterwards.
I'll tell you afterwards.
We can send you the recorded.
It's a cracking story if you've not heard it. But yeah, imagine me and 4 lads who look exactly and sound exactly like me, and an 80-year-old man.
Someone's only 41 at the time.
Yeah, exactly. An 80-year-old man who wanted to be very much involved in our lives and house parties.
So I want to end this episode on a bit of news.
Oh my god, you're pregnant.
Oh my god, what?
This week, I handed in my notice at work.
Wait, I can get applause going. Hang on.
Yeah. Now, what did your mum say?
So I can read out the response. I just wanted to say that at the end because also thank you to everyone who listens to this and supports us.
Makes the stream.
Now I won't have that steady flow of income. If you do want to support us on Patreon, patreon.com/ADIVPod, get an extra episode every week. So these are responses from, this shows the plethora of my family. So I said to them, just to update you all, I handed in my notice at work today. We'll be leaving at Christmas. Then my sister chimes in, how did it go?
Okay, good. Yep.
That's all.
Yep.
Nothing, no congrats were. Dad comes in, congratulations, onwards and upwards.
Solid support from Dad.
So that was 4 minutes later. 2 minutes later, Mum, how exciting for you. It's been one of those fell, guys. Hope you've enjoyed the episode.
Oh, that's funny.
I've got a work in progress show, my first one since the Edinburgh Fringe. It's on 6th of October in Clapham. If you want to come, please do.
Get yourself down there so his mum can sleep a little easier.
And I got one in Glossop on the 15th of October, and I'm doing my show Best Friend Ever for charity on the 24th of November in Brixton. Tom?
Yeah, you can follow me at all good social media platforms. I will actually start getting previews in the diary because, ladies and gentlemen, I'm planning on going up to the Edinburgh Fringe this year for the whole month. Oh, exciting.
Phoebe?
Yep, I've been here.
Great. Thank you so much for supporting us, listening. Have a wonderful week. Take care. Bye-bye.
Bye.